So I know Paradox suggests 3 nations to play as if you are new to EU4, and that is obviously France, Castile, and the Ottomans. But you know what? I've seen a lot of new players not do so well with these nations, just because there's so many different aspects to each individual situation, as well as they don't really offer a certain strategy guide for each individual nation. So I'm going to give you guys my suggested top 5 nations to play as if you are new to EU4, as well as a basic strategy for each of these countries. So coming in at number 5, we have Austria. So Austria starts this game off as the Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, and this is the reason why they are at the bottom of the list. First of all, you're going to kind of have to deal with the basic mechanics of EU4, but also juggle between this whole new area, this whole new region of the game, which is the HRE. First of all, you kind of don't play any other nation like you would normally if you are in the HRE. For Austria, I would suggest not really expanding too much inside this region or the HRE, but instead work on getting imperial reform. For example, you might want to come to aid of any nation that's getting attacked inside this region, or possibly release any sort of annexed HRE member. All these mechanics are very important, but I really wouldn't worry about expanding too much in the inside, because if you're beginning, I would just say focus completely on trying to form the Holy Roman Empire as a whole, as a massive blob. If you want to learn the HRE, this is the best nation to start off in. At number 4, we have Denmark. Now, I know on the surface of things, Denmark looks very small, and as you know, playing as small nations as a new player in EU4 can be a very, very bad thing. But in actuality, Denmark controls a lot of land, and this is because their personal union with both Norway and Sweden. The only problem with Denmark is you need to control a little bit more land. You're going to want to expand either south or eastward, which means that you're going to want strong allies. Preferably allying with Austria, that way if you kind of start to expand southward into the HRE, they won't be too pissed off, but France is also a pretty good ally, just kind of listen to them. So after you're about the same size as Norway, go ahead and annex that country. As soon as you're done with that, go ahead and annex Sweden, and then you'll be able to form Scandinavia. Really, at this point, you can almost do anything. You can kind of practice colonizing, you can expand southward. I would just suggest keep your eye out on Muscovy or Russia in your east. So number 3, we have Muscovy. Now, Muscovy doesn't start this game off super powerful, but the basic mechanics of learning how to annex your vassals is very important, and the thing about Muscovy is that they get very strong with time, because their ideas are incredible. Just give it time, and they will get extremely strong very fast. I would say avoid attacking the hordes to the south, avoid attacking Lithuania to your west. Just start to chip away at Novgorod. Don't take too many provinces from them. Just take a few provinces at a time. Take your time, get your technology up, continue to colonize the east, and you'll be on your way to forming Russia and being an unstoppable force. At number 2, we have England. So I know this might be a weird choice just because they start this game off at war with France, and that's fine. You're going to want to give up all of those provinces to France in mainland Europe, even give Burgundy some provinces. I mean, that's fine. You're going to want to just completely ditch that effort. If you can, take some cogs over, take some transport ships, try to retrieve the army that you have that might possibly get destroyed by France, send them back up to your mainland, and don't even worry about the 100 Years' War. Just lose it. It's no big deal. As soon as you're out of those wars, take over Ireland. That's such an easy few 4 provinces to get, and then you can take over Scotland. At that point, you know, really you only need to kind of overcome your king, who's terrible. He's a 0-0-0, King Henry VI. Try to kill him off if you can in one of the wars. It shouldn't be too hard. When you form Great Britain, you're completely unstoppable. Nobody is going to touch you as Great Britain. Keep your naval force limit as high as it goes. Colonize Northern America. Do whatever you want. I mean, you're unstoppable by the time you form Great Britain. And finally, at number 1, Portugal. Now, I know this seems like a very odd choice just because Portugal is so small and they neighbor a very massive Castile, but honestly, all you have to do at the beginning of the game is send over a diplomat and create an alliance with Castile, and it's automatic. You're good for at least 100 years. I mean, at that point, you really can explore so many different new mechanics in the game. A big one is just focus on colonization. You can send out your explorers and kind of explore the seas, eventually colonize Brazil, the Caribbean, Northern America if you want. You know, if you want to experiment with war, you know, kind of take on the Muslim nations of Northern Africa, just don't ally Aragon. They're going to send you over an alliance. Don't ally Aragon, and you're good. It's cake. It's seriously cake. You know, if Castile ever dissolves that alliance, go ahead and just improve relations with France, you know, ally with France, and then you're super good to go. I mean, really, it's the best place to start off as any new EU4 player, just to kind of get the flow of the game and understand very basic things in Europa Universalis 4. So if you were having trouble with maybe the Ottomans, France, or Castile, hopefully one of these nations in this video will help you to get your feet off the ground and start learning the basic mechanics of Europa Universalis 4. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.